Hey everyone, welcome to class today. So today we're going to be doing a spinal health sort of class. So we'll do a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of twisting. So there's a lot of misconceptions around the spine and spinal health and core strength and things like that. I think it's important to remember that your body is not just a bunch of random bits kind of thrown together, like it's not just a leg and an arm. Everything sort of works together, and we need to bring, equality to all those working parts. So there's going to be a little bit of everything in this class, but the focus is going to kind of be on strengthening the actual spinal muscles. So we're going to start today in child's pose. So bring the big toes to touch, bring the knees as wide as is comfortable for you. Sink the heels back as far as you can, and then start to walk the hands forward for an active child's pose. So the elbows are up off the mat, and then sinking the head and the forehead down towards the mat. Maybe you have a block underneath your head if that's more comfortable. And close through the eyes and start to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then let it go through the mouth. And then start to breathe in and out through the nose, connecting to the breath. So the breath is the most important part of our practice. It's our metronome. It lets us know whether we're pushing too hard, whether we're not focused. If you achieve nothing more today than showing up and breathing, you have achieved the art of yoga. Okay, maybe about 5 more breaths here, and maybe set an intention. And I encourage you to make it something a little bit deeper than just something aesthetic or something physical. Maybe set yourself a mental goal, like letting go of expectations. And hold on to that throughout your practice. In your next inhale, start to make your way up to all fours. Bring the shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, reach the sternum forward, cat. And as you exhale, round the spine, hollow out the belly. Sorry, this is cat. Got that the wrong way around. Inhale, drop the belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine. And take a few more, working at your own pace. And really try and articulate through every little bit of the spine. So think of scooping the tailbone first and then undulating through the whole spine as the neck rounds last. And then opposite, coming into cow. So reach the sternum forward first, reaching through the upper back, and then the tailbone comes last. And then even yourself out in either direction. Come back to neutral. Inhale, reach the right arm forward, and then exhale, take the left foot back. Keep the toes on the floor to start with. Keep this evenness through your hips, and then maybe lift the leg up to hip height. Try not to let the right hip pop out and the left hip drop down. Really squeeze through the right leg to even off through the pelvis. And gaze is neutral. Take one more inhale here, and then as you exhale, you're going to sweep the right arm off to the side as you sweep the left leg off to the side. And same thing here, try and keep even through the pelvis. And keep nice and strong through the left shoulder. 2 more breaths. And then bring the right hand back under the right shoulder. Drop the left leg off to the side. You might be able to walk it up a little bit now. Have the sole of the foot flat to the floor if you can. And then start to sink your hips back towards your right heel. And once you're here, you might play around with walking the hands forward. Maybe flex up through the toes of the left foot. You just want to feel the stretch in through the hips and the inner thigh. I apologize for the dog destroying something in the background. And then inhale, make your way back up to all fours. Bring the left knee back underneath. Take an inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, right leg back, toes on the floor. Keep this neutrality as you start to lift the right leg up. And gently draw the right shoulder blade down the back to keep it from scooching up into the ear. Take an inhale to lengthen, and then as you exhale, aeroplane the left arm off to the side as you bring the right leg out to the side. Try and keep the height in the right leg. It's definitely not easy. And then exhale, take the left hand underneath the shoulder, drop the right foot, maybe scooch it up a little bit, and then start to sink your hips back any amount towards the left heel, maybe walking the hands forward, maybe the head comes down to the mat. Then inhale, bring yourself up, bring the knees back underneath the hips. If you don't have much room, take yourself to the back of your mat. Keep the knees under the hips, start to walk the hands forward for puppy pose. So walk the hands forward as far as is comfortable for you, and then start to sink the chest down towards the floor. Try and keep your hips up in the air over your knees. And then start to walk your hands back in and make your way into downward dog. Excuse me. Take the hands about a handprint forward, tuck under the toes, and then slowly lift the hips up and back. And take a nice deep bend in through the knees. Really ground down evenly through the palms. Think of the palms rebounding away from the floor. As you reach the tailbone towards the ceiling, feel all the length that creates in your upper back, mid-back. And then keep that length as you slowly start to straighten through the knees. So they may remain a little bit bent, and that's fine. Your heels might come all the way to the floor. Great. Wherever you are, I just want you to aim for the length in through the torso as opposed to the straightening of the legs. And then look forward. Start to round through the spine as you did in cow. As you shift yourself forward into plank. Take an inhale, reach the sternum forward in plank. Don't sink the hips. And then as you exhale again, think of hollowing out the front body. Round it back into downward dog. Take an inhale in dog. Exhale, round it forward. Roll into plank. Inhale in plank, sternum forward. And then exhale, hollow out the body. Wave it back. And take a few more at your own pace. Take an inhale at the end of each movement. And then exhale to roll it forward or back. Really bringing a connection into your core. Getting a little bit of movement in through the spine and the shoulders. Listening to the wonderful sounds of my ankles cracking. And then wherever you are, make your way into plank. And for the first one, we're all going to drop the knees. Keep the collarbones nice and broad. Elbows are going to hug towards the ribs. Shift yourself forward slightly and then lower halfway to chaturanga. Shoulders are higher than the elbows. Palms are evenly pressing, collarbones are wide. Take 2 more breaths here. Relax the face. And then inhale, press up, plank on your knees. And then your choice, you can either take one more like that or bring it up onto the toes. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, elbows point back, lower halfway, chaturanga. Hold for 3 breaths. Keep broadening the collarbones, cinch up the lower belly. Inhale, plank, and then exhale, downward facing dog. And then we'll do a few to the breath. Inhale, plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower halfway to chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, you're going to slowly lower it all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, peel the shoulder heads away from the mat. Think of the shoulder blades sliding onto the back. Elbows point backwards. Take an exhale here, gently ground down through the pelvis. And then inhale, peel the chest off. Cobra, low cobra. Exhale, roll it down. 3 more like that. Inhale, draw the heels of the hands back as you reach the sternum forward. Exhale. Inhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And this time hold. Either keep your hands on the floor gently drawing back or hover the hands. If you hover the hands, don't let the shoulders creep up into the ears. Keep the shoulder blades drawing down the back. 3 more breaths. Choose to keep the feet down or maybe hover the feet. Inner thighs rolling slightly up to the ceiling. And then plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Keep the elbows tucked in, either with the knees up or down. Press back into plank. And then exhale, downward dog. We'll put it together to the breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra with the hands on or off the floor. Exhale, downward dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your version of cobra. Exhale, dog. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, dog. And know that you can always take that as an option as a vinyasa. Look towards the hands. Start to walk the feet all the way up to the hands, bending the knees as generously as you need to. And then once you get there, take a slight bend in the knees, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just ragdoll for a few breaths. So know that poses like this and poses like child's pose are always there for you if you need breaks. Listen to your body and what it's telling you. Slowly release the arms, and then as you exhale, roll yourself all the way to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, take a side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. 1 more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll move through Surya Namaskar. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms. exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right leg back for lunge, knee can be up or down. Exhale, plant the palms, plank, knees up or down. Hold the breath, shift forward, lower all the way to the belly, elbows hug. Inhale, peel the chest for cobra, hands can be up or down. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look between the hands, step or hike the right leg up to the front. Exhale, fold at the top. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps, lunge, knee up or down. Exhale, plant the hands, plank. Hold the breath, lower all the way down. Inhale, peel the chest forward, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step or assist the left leg forward. Exhale, fold at the top. Inhale, raise up. We'll pick up the pace a bit, but move at your own pace if I'm too fast. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Exhale, plank. Hold the breath, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left. Exhale, plank. Hold and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. One more each side. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Hold and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the feet hips distance apart. Inhale, sink the hips back for chair. Take a peek down, make sure you can see your toes. Think of the shins moving backwards, that will help the hips to get backwards. And the feet are apart, so the knees are apart. And then bring your hands forward to 90 degrees. Scoot myself back because I don't have enough room. So bring your hands forward to shoulder height. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, keep the hands reaching forward as you reach the tailbone back. Start to sink the torso so that it's parallel to the thighs. So bend your knees a little deeper if you can. Think of resting the torso on the legs, and then try and reach the arms in line with the shoulders. If you're tight like me, it's not going to happen, but we have goals. Gazes straight down, 3 more breaths. Relax the toes. And then exhale, fold it forward. And then we'll come into Ardha Uttanasana. So inhale, either come to the fingertips, shins, hands to thighs. I want you to feel like your torso is parallel with the floor. And like we did in that first cobra, as you inhale, draw the shoulder heads away from the floor so you feel the shoulders moving onto the back. We're going to hold here for about 3 more breaths. Think of length from the crown of the head all the way to the tail. You should feel all the muscles along your spine working. Gentle bend in the knees. And then as you inhale, bring the hands to the hips, come all the way to standing. Take an inhale here, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, let it go, hands to heart center. Inhale, sink yourself back into chair with the feet hips distance. And then as you exhale, start to bring the torso parallel again, sinking the hips back, reaching the tail towards the back of the room, the crown towards the front. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're just going to sweep the arms behind you like a skier downhill. So think of the fingers reaching towards the back of the room and try and keep the shoulders out of the ears. And then we're going to move to the breast. So inhale, bring the hands forward, keep the torso parallel. Exhale, sweep them back. 2 more each way. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Yes, you can. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here. Interlace the hands behind the back and then start to straighten out through the legs. Maybe the hands stay on the lower back. Maybe you start to bring them up and overhead, giving a bit of stretch through the shoulders. So part of spinal health is opening up through the front of the chest. The more the shoulders round forward, the more hunched you're going to be through the upper back and the more strain it's going to put on your neck. And then as you inhale, bring the hands to the lower back. With a long spine, start to slowly come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, bring the hands to the shins. Lengthen the sternum forward. Lengthen the tail back. Inhale here. And then exhale, take your hands off to capital T. So slight bend in through the knees, don't overextend through the hamstrings. And take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, keep the hips neutral. Bring the right hand towards the floor, left hand towards the sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, keep the length, left hand down. Inhale, lengthen center. 1 more each way. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen center. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen center. Exhale, fold. Gently take the hands around the back of the neck. So cup that little noduly bit on the back of your skull and gently draw the chin in towards the chest. So if you've got any sort of lower back issues, any neural tension, this might not be appropriate for you. You can take a nice deep bend in through the knees and just hang forward. Release the hands, inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, step the right leg all the way back, drop the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Gently direct the tailbone down as you reach the sternum up towards the hands. Palms can touch. And then as you exhale, start to twist yourself towards the left and bring the elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twist as deep as is comfortable for you, but go for length. Inhale your spine long, and then exhale. Think of the ribs turning and the hips squeezing towards each other. So this twist is through the spine, not the hips. And then inhale, unwind. As you exhale, you're going to shift your hips back, straightening out through the front leg. You might have to lengthen your stance a little bit. Inhale the sternum forward, and then exhale, start to fold over that front leg. Inhale, bring yourself back to a low lunge. Come up onto the fingertips, lift the back knee. Make sure that your feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, reach the sternum forward, come right up onto the fingertips, and then as you exhale, sweep the arms behind you. So think nice and long through the arms, and the gaze is neutral, so don't tuck the chin to the chest and don't crank the head forward. You want it pretty much on a 45. And then stay here with the arms reaching behind, or if you want an extra challenge, reach the arms up by the ears. 3 more breaths. Really strong through the left leg. And then exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Your choice, take it to downward dog or move through a vinyasa of your choice. Maybe this time you take up dog with the knees lifting, the arms straight. And we all meet back in downward facing dog. Look towards the hands. Get really springy, so come right up onto the toes. Bend the knees deeply. Look forward of the fingers, and then think of bum to sky as you hop or maybe step all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up for a low lunge. Think of gently drawing the right hip back as you sink the hips forward. Staying tall through the spine. Take one more inhale, maybe the palms touch, and then as you exhale, start to twist towards the right, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, squeeze the hips together as you twist a little deeper. So when I say squeeze the hips together, you obviously can't actually squeeze your hips together. You're just thinking of engaging your glute muscles, the muscles on the side of your butt, so that your hips don't just swing out to the side. And then inhale, unwind. And then as you exhale, straighten out through the front leg, maybe scooching it forward a little bit if you need. Inhale, bring the sternum long, and then exhale, take a fold forward. Inhale, shift yourself forward. Lift the back knee on an exhale. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips. And then as you exhale, draw the right hip back, shoot the hands back at a 45 behind you. And again, thinking of looping those shoulders onto the back, drawing the shoulder heads away from the floor. And either stay here for a few more breaths or start to reach the hands forward on a 45 up by the ears. Don't let that right hip swing out. And then exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank, your choice, vinyasa or take it through, down dog or take it through vinyasa. I'm very sleep deprived today. Look towards the top of the mat. Get really springy, bend the knees nice and deep, and then step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. From here, walk yourself back a little bit on your mat if you don't have much room. Inhale, bring yourself into chair. And then exhale, bring yourself into that modified low chair. Take an inhale here. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, take the arms forward. And then this time as you exhale, take the arms back, lift the heels. Inhale, try and keep the heels lifted as you sweep the arms forward. A little bit harder. Exhale, sweep them back. One more time each side. Inhale, try and keep the spine long. Exhale. And then inhale, bring it all the way to standing. Try and keep the heels lifted. And then exhale, drop the heels, fold it forward. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Bring the hands to the shins. Take an exhale here. Inhale, take the hands off to capital T. Stay here. Or as you exhale, start to sweep the arms, reaching right in front of you. So maybe take a gentle bend to the knees. And again, we're trying to keep the torso parallel to the floor. Try and reach the arms up by the ears. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Your choice, step or jump back to chaturanga. Land with bent elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Look between the hands. Inhale, step the right foot right in between the hands. Drop the back foot at an angle. Line up heel to arch. Cartwheel the hands. Warrior 2. Nice deep bend in through the front knee. Knees over the ankle. Strong grounding through the back leg. And shoulders are directly over the hips. So a big part of spinal health is having strong legs and strong glutes. The stronger your glutes are, the less work it is for your lower back. Flip the front palm. Inhale, sweep the ceiling, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, come down to side angle. So start with the forearm on the thigh. Reach the left arm nice and long up and over. And think length through the spine. And you can choose to stay here, or maybe you float the bottom forearm off. And if that went well, then maybe you reach the bottom arm off. If when you reach, you collapse through your chest, you're better off keeping the forearm to the thigh. And making sure that that knee doesn't swing in. And 2 more breaths. Stay in the legs, yes you can. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Plant the left hand on the inside. Exhale, sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling for a simple twist. And then stay here or ground down through the left hand. Start to rotate onto the outside edge of the left foot and come into side plank. Feel free to drop the bottom knee or stagger the feet. Wherever you are, the top hip draws slightly forward so that it stacks. Take 3 more breaths here. lengthening through the spine, strengthening through the side body muscles. And then as you exhale, you're going to rotate it down to plank. Option, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, shift yourself forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, back up to one-legged plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Bring the hands off to capital T. Feet are hips distance apart. And then as you inhale, press through the feet, press through the pelvis, and start to lift the chest and the arms off. So keep the shoulders relaxed and try and get the hands a little bit higher, maybe even higher than the head. And then draw the fingers up towards the ceiling. So you might feel a really big stretch through the arms, a little bit of neural tension. And then stay here for 3 more breaths or start to float the feet off. Inner thighs rolling gently to the ceiling. And then exhale, make a cushion with your hands. Rest a cheek, catch your breath. It probably sped up, so try and inhale and then exhale at the same length. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders with the knees up or down. Hug the elbows in, press back up to plank, and then exhale, downward dog. Look between the hands, step the left leg to the center, drop the back foot, heel to arch, and then inhale yourself to warrior 2. So take a moment to set up your alignment, make sure the front knee is not collapsing, and then try and keep the shoulders directly over the hips. And relax through the jaw. So no one muscle is going to keep you here for the next couple of minutes, but your breath will help to calm your mind and keep you here longer than you think you can. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come into side plank with the forearm on the thigh. Reach the right arm long. Gently lengthen through the tailbone, ground down through the back foot. Stay here, or start to hover the left forearm, or start to reach the left arm. Wherever you are, we're holding for about 4 more breaths. Keep the right knee pointed forward and feel free to back off at any moment. Inhale, back up to warrior 2. Take an exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Plant the right hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Stay here in your simple twist or look towards the right hand and start to shift the weight onto the right foot, knee, staggered feet, whatever's working for you. Lengthen crown to tail, gently draw the left hip forward. Two more breaths. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the left hand down towards the floor. Option for a one-legged version. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way to the belly. This time, take the hands directly in front of you. Palms face each other. If you really want to up the ante and you've got a block, feel free to take a block between your hands. Forehead comes down. And then to start, as you inhale, you're just going to lift the head and the chest. So think of the hands almost drawing back towards you, but like they're stuck on Velcro. So you should feel your shoulder blades start to plug onto the back. And then keep that action, push down firmly through the feet and start to float the hands up. So notice if when you do that, you automatically bunch up through the upper traps. Try and keep that length through the shoulder girdle. And gazes down. And then choose to stay here or gently float those feet up. 3 more breaths. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to cactus the arms and bring the legs out wide, kind of like a cactus starfish. And then inhale, send everything long. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, long. And then keep going like this for about 3 more cycles. Notice if your elbows want to come down when you come into the cactus. Try and keep your elbows in line with your wrists. And we'll do 1 more. Inhale to send it long. And then exhale, make a pillow with your hands. Rest your head in the opposite direction. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. And start to lengthen the inhales to match the exhales. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders, plug the elbows in, knees up or down, press to plank. And then exhale into downward dog. Look towards the hands, come up onto the tippy toes, bend generously through the knees, and then step, walk or hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time bring the big toes to touch, slight wedge in between the heels. Inhale, sink yourself back for chair. So this time your knees might come together. Really draw the shins back. And then reach the chest up and forward. If you have the mobility, bring the arms up by the ears, but don't compromise the space around the ears to get there. Take 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, keep the legs hands to heart center, sink a little lower. Inhale, chest to thumbs. Exhale, start to twist towards the right. And then maybe the elbow comes to the center of the knees. Maybe you can hook it to the outside of the knees. Gently draw the left hip back in line with the right. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head and tail. And then exhale, sternum to thumbs. And maybe you take a variation where you open the arms out. Again, only if you can keep the length in the spine. And then look down. Start to shift the weight towards the right leg. Come up onto the toes of the left foot. And then step the left foot way, way back. And come into a twisted lunge. So if you need to drop the back knee, please feel free. And try and really strengthen up through that left leg wherever you are to make sure that the hips stay as aligned as we can. And then look back towards the front of the mat. Remember the distance that you just stepped. Ground down through the through the right foot, and then step the left foot forward. Maybe it takes a couple of steps. 1 more push here in this twist. This time you're going to start to shift the weight towards the left leg. Come up onto the right toes. Try and keep the connection of the elbow and the knee as you start to come up to standing. And maybe you lose it at some point. Maybe you get all the way there. And once you're there, just release the twist, grab onto the knee, and gently hug the knee in towards the chest. And exhale. And take the left hand around the left knee. We're just going to take a simple twist in standing. So start to open yourself up towards the right side, gently dropping the right hip down if it hiked up. And then inhale, bring it forward. Bring the hands to heart center. We're going to take this into warrior three. So bring the hands to heart center to start. As you start to tip your torso forward, shoot your right leg back. You're coming into a capital T or thereabouts. Your right hip is going to want to rotate up towards the sky. Gently draw it towards the floor as you gently draw the left hip back. And then hands can stay here. They can come to capital T, or you can reach them out in front of you. If you have a wall, feel free to hold on to the wall. This is not an easy pose. Two more breaths. Relax the neck. And then exhale, hands to the floor, feet to the floor. Take an inhale through the nose and let that side go. Bring the big toes to touch, slight gap between the heels, or feet can be hips distance. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms, chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, take the hands to heart center, sink a little deeper. Inhale, sternum to thumbs. And then exhale, start to twist to the left, knee in between the knee, elbow in between the knees, elbow to the outside of the left knee. And then draw the right hip back in line with the left. Maybe you open the arms here. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twist sternum to thumbs. And then start to look down, shift the weight to the left, come up onto the toes of the right, and then step the foot back, maybe in one, maybe in several, to twisted lunge. And then really fire up through the top of that right thigh to even off through the pelvis. Maybe you have an open arm variation. If you're really flexible, you can bind. I'm nowhere near there. Look down towards the left foot. Re-ground through the left foot and then step or walk the right foot back up to meet the left. Keep the twist, start to shift the weight to the right this time. Come up onto the left toes. Start to ground down through the right foot. Look at a point that's not moving and then bring yourself all the way up to standing. And if that transition didn't work for you, no worries. We make it up to standing eventually. And then grab around the knee, gently draw the knee in towards the chest. Make the spine nice and long. And then as you exhale, take the right hand around the knee and start to reach the left hand back towards the back of the room. This is my dodgy ankle side. And some days you have balance and some days you don't. And that's fine. Come back to the steady rhythm of your breath. And then bring yourself back to center. We'll go through to warrior three from here. Bring the hands to heart center. Start to take the left leg back, toes pointing towards the floor as you start to reach the sternum forward. Gently draw the right hip back. And then choose your arm variation. Whatever is working for you today, this side might be different to the other. And we'll hold for 5 breaths. Take an inhale. And then exhale, everything comes down to the mat, fold forward. Inhale, one more time, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, long spine. And then your choice, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the hands. Inhale, shift yourself to plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Last little push on our bellies. Bring the right arm forward. Start to bend through the left leg. Keep the knees no wider than hips distance apart. Reach back either with a strap around your left leg or for the outside of the ankle. Forehead down. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, lift everything off. So kick the left foot into the left hand as you reach the right arm and the right leg long. And then exhale, bring it down. And we're just going to take it straight to the other side. So reach the left arm forward, left leg back, bend the right knee, grab for your strap or the ankle. Make sure the knee didn't splay out to the side. Inhale, forehead down. And then as you exhale, strongly kick the foot into the hand, reaching the left side long. And then exhale, slowly release. Make a cushion with your hands. Gently rock the hips from side to side. And then option to take a child's pose if you need it, or stick with any other of the belly back bends that we've been doing. Or we're going to take full Dhanurasana bow pose, bending through both knees, grabbing for the outsides of the ankles, knees hips distance apart. Inhale, forehead down, and then as you exhale, strongly kick the feet back into the hands, making sure that the knees don't widen to the side as you do that. And then exhale, slowly release. Make a cushion with your hands. Take a couple of breaths. And then from here, we're going to make a very fancy transition of just rolling to one side and then making your way onto your back. And we're going to take a bridge pose. So bring the feet hips distance apart, parallel, hands by the side. Take an inhale and then exhale. Slowly roll the spine off segment by segment, coming up onto the backs of the shoulders. So think chest towards chin, but chin away from chest. So you don't want to jam the chin to the chest. You want to be open through the throat. And then gently think of drawing the heels towards the bum to feel the hammies engage. And then exhale, slowly roll it down. So you can stick with bridge, or we're going to take chakrasana wheel pose. So again, legs are going to stay the same. If you're taking wheel, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Turn the fingers towards the top of your mat and then bring them down by your shoulders so your fingers tickle your shoulders. Elbows stay facing towards the ceiling. Don't let them knock out to the sides. Inhale here and then exhale. Everybody peel the spine off, come to the back of the shoulders. If you're in bridge, stay here. If you're coming into wheel, re-establish the neutrality of the elbows. Ground through the hands. And then as you exhale, press through the legs as you start to straighten through the arms. And then as you come up, make sure that those knees don't splay out and make sure the feet don't turn out. 3 more breaths. And then if you're in wheel pose, slowly tuck the chin, bend the elbows, come down to the back of the shoulders first, and then roll the spine down. Let the knees knock together for a breath. Take an inhale. And then exhale. And then final one, your choice. You take a bridge pose, you can take another wheel pose, or you can take a restorative bridge where you put your block underneath your lower back. Wherever you are, take an inhale and then exhale. Start to roll yourself up into your back bend of choice. Three more breaths. And then exhale, tuck the chin, land on the back of the shoulders, slowly roll it down. And then bring the feet to mat distance apart, hands to cactus, and then just windshield wiper the legs from side to side to release the lower back. And then send the left leg long, and as you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest. Stay here for a breath. And then as you exhale, take the right arm off to the side, and then just gently draw the leg across the body, coming into a nice spinal twist. Maybe you get a little bit of a pop in your lower back. Happy days. $70 you just saved on going to the chiro. Inhale yourself through center, and swap it over. Hug the hug the left knee in towards the chest. Hold it here for a breath. And then as you exhale, just draw the leg across the body, sending the left arm off to the side. Inhale, bring it through center. Hug both of the knees in towards the chest, and you're just going to bring the knees a little bit wider. So think of hugging the knees in towards the armpits as opposed to the chest, and then just sway side to side. Maybe stay here or reach down, grab the outside edges of the feet or behind the knees and come into happy baby, gently drawing the knees down towards the mat. And then keep the left leg drawn in. Send the right leg long on the mat, and then just start to straighten the left leg. So maybe you keep holding onto the foot, maybe you grab around the calf or the back of the knee. Just giving a gentle stretch to the hamstring. And then switching it out, bringing that right leg up towards the sky, sending the left leg long. Maybe pointing and flexing the ankle, maybe rolling through the ankle. And then slowly releasing that leg to the floor. Making your way into your final resting posture, whatever that may be that's comfortable for you. Let the palms come up towards the sky, and take one final deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. And then exhale through the mouth, letting everything go. And then let go of the control of the breath. Come back to the intention that you set at the start of class. And just let that sink into your mind. And hopefully take that with you as you go forward through your day. What we practice on our mat is what we put into practice in our real lives. Today, as you go forward, may you have wisdom in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and strength in your heart. Namaste.